July 2010.
My name is Patricia Russell, and I am a breast cancer survivor.
I am a 23-year breast cancer survivor.
And I am a 2-year, 1-month cancer conqueror.
My name is Marcia, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer in July 2010. After I got over the shock of my diagnosis, I decided to let the doctors do their part, but I will also partake in my healthcare. I wanted to focus on my diet, exercise, and my mind. With a cancer diagnosis, you're living in fear. The olive branch of hope was able to shine a ray of light even some of my darkest days.
My name is Patricia Russell, and I am a breast cancer survivor from 2003. I was diagnosed in February 2003. I have been involved with the Olive Branch of Hope for several years. During the time when I was diagnosed, my mother was also diagnosed months prior, so our treatment kind of overlapped. So unfortunately, we went through cancer together, and it was not a hereditary thing, so we do not completely fully understand why we both got diagnosed at the same time. But during our journey, the Olive Branch of Hope became a support for us. We made relationships, was very supportive, especially for my mother in the early days.
Hi, my name is June Buckle, and I am a 2-year, 1-month cancer conqueror. I was diagnosed in October 2nd, 2013, which had to be one of the worst days of my life. Well, throughout my cancer journey, I have had tremendous support from my family and tremendous support from my friends, who at one point said to me, "Did you know that there is a group called the Olive Branch of Hope?" And quite frankly, I had not heard of the Olive Branch of Hope. And I think this is one of the reasons why we need to really get out there and advocate for the Olive Branch of Hope.
It's very inspiring to meet other women in my community who survived a cancer diagnosis. Some of the women are experiencing cancer right now, but others are 5, 10, 15 or more years surviving cancer. It's very inspirational to meet these women.
The Olive Branch of Hope is an extremely important group in the sense that women of color, can identify with each other. In our sphere of relationships, breast cancer is still very much a quiet kept secret. And so in engaging with others at the Olive Branch of Hope, we're able to support and give some voice to this disease.
Well, when I learned about the Olive Branch of Hope, I thought it was like I just had a hallelujah moment. Because I thought, finally, I can go to a group, I can sit with people who understand, who can relate to me, who can comfort me in a way that I need to be comforted. And I got so much from the group. I made great friends with the group, and it goes beyond the group support. You have support outside of the group. You know, you go home and somebody would call you and say, "It was nice to see you at the meeting. How are you doing? You know, is there anything you want to talk about outside of the group," etc.
With the combined life and cancer experienced by all these women, the Olive Branch is rich in knowledge and inspiration. I'm so glad the Olive Branch is around to give me support and hope.
Well, I think the Olive Branch of Hope is necessary because of the service it provides to a specific group within our population. The The organization is specifically for women of color to provide additional support. Yes, we do have a Cancer Society at large that supports all women, everyone really, but specifically for women of color because cancer generally affects us at a more aggressive rate. And with that being said, there's also cultural sensitivity associated within our communities. So with that being said, the Olive Branch of Hope speaks specifically to those needs.
Generally, what I've observed working in our community is that for some people, thinking about screening or talking about screening can be challenging. For some members of our community, they're just not used to going and having tests when they feel healthy or getting tests done for early detection of disease. So what I do with them is I sit down with them and explain how important it is to go and get screened. And in speaking about cancer, usually colon cancer, cervical cancer, or breast cancer. I think that's very important in our community, and it's not just up to the healthcare providers. I think all of us, and the Olive Branch of Hope is actually doing a very great job of doing that, spreading the word within our community to let people know that screening is important. The other great thing that the Olive Branch of Hope does, aside from creating awareness about screening, is also providing support to members of our community who are diagnosed with cancer and to their families so that they have that support and advice navigating the system throughout the whole cancer continuum. And that also is very important in our community.
I am a 23-year breast cancer survivor. 14 years ago, I called Leela when I learned of her diagnosis, as we were attending the same church. I called her to share with her and to encourage her that I've been through it and have made it. And so believing with her that she also would make it. But to my surprise, she was already past the initial shock of her diagnosis and was thinking of how she could help other women, mainly because she had started some support group, started to attend a support group at the hospital, but was not totally happy with it. So she's thinking, I don't want other women to go through not having a strong support. So she started to think of starting a support group for our Caribbean women or ethnic community.
My name is Leela Springer. 14 years ago, I had a dream to help other women diagnosed with breast cancer. I realized that after my own personal journey with breast cancer, there was a void. And I set out to make sure that void was eliminated. The only way I knew how to have that void eliminated was to ensure that there was a safe place for women to come together and share their own personal stories about their journey with breast cancer. Breast cancer is a devastating disease. And sometimes when we are on the journey, we look around to see who and what is there to help us and to make our journey a little easier. Oftentimes we don't know exactly where to look, and that is the reason the Olive Branch of Hope was born. It is here so it can help other women find support, find help, find encouragement, and also get enough information so that they can take home and share it with their families, and also review it so that they can find areas or different things that can help them on their journey. Today is a very special day. It's a day where we are going to honor some of these survivors. It's a day where we are going to give the survivors a voice. We know that we need more than one voice. We need one voice, but we need many to make up that one voice so that others can hear our message. We need the doctors to hear our message. We need the researchers to hear our message. We need the community to hear our message, because together we know that we can make it. And no one person can complete this enormous job that is ahead of us. We know that we are lacking a lot of information via research, and that is why we are linking with other researchers to ensure we have evidence-based information to share with our ladies. So today, as you look around the room and look around your table, as you not only look around the table, as you look around your community, think of every woman that you meet and realize that 1 in 8 of these women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. And if she's a woman of color, she will probably be diagnosed with that more aggressive form of breast cancer called triple negative. And triple negative breast cancer does not often respond to the regular treatment. So therefore, she's going to need a lot of help and a lot of support and a lot of encouragement to help her on her journey. So remember the olive branch of hope in all that you do. When you give, remember that we are here to help each other. We're not here specifically for research, although we support research. We know the importance of it, but we are here to look at the survivor herself and to recognize that she needs us as much as we need her. And we want to help our community to do a great job in helping the women that so desperately serve them all through the year. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to my message, and I hope that you learn something more about the Olive Branch of Hope and that you make us one of your main charities of support. Thank you so much.